Greetings and welcome to the 2016 Masters edition of the Golf Betting Show. I hope you're well. It's Steve Bamford here from Golf Betting System. A packed show, 15 minutes isn't nearly long enough. 2016 Masters, Augusta National Golf Club. It's absolutely set up to be a classic. Pretty much all of the top players are playing really well at the moment. Yes, there's questions about Rory and his propensity to throw the odd bogey or double away. Yes, Jordan Spieth isn't playing well at all. But apart from that, you've actually got a number of top players out there. Of course, Jason Day, Adam Scott, Bubba Watson, Ricky Fowler, Henrik Stenson 2 seconds on the bounce. Justin Rose has been finding some form of late. Some real high quality players that are finding form, and that makes this year's edition fantastic. Let's crack on. If you've never seen the show before, there's obviously going to be lots of new viewers. The Golf Betting Show covers every European Tour, PGA Tour event from January all the way through to November. If you want to subscribe to the show, press the red button below the screen on YouTube. Bookmakers promotions this week. There's some absolute corkers out there. It's all covered at golfbettingsystem.co.uk. Free golf betting reviews, free statistics for the tournament, free predictor models. So effectively we have a predictor model this week for Augusta where you can throw stats at the problem and get a nice short list of players who statistically should fit the tournament. On top of that, bookmaker promotions this week available via Golf Betting System. Sky Bet have gone 8 places each way, which is a fantastic offer. As I keep barking on every single week of the year because they've been offering 6 places each week on the PGA Tour. You can get a £40 free bet or free bet package via golfbettingsystem.co.uk. If you go directly to Sky Bet, you will only receive £20. So you place a £10 bet with Sky Bet. If you sign up via Golf Betting System's links, you will then receive 4 £10 free bets with Sky Bet. Fantastic offer. They're also offering 8 places each way. In terms of that, they're also offering that not only to new customers but existing customers only. So if you have got a Sky Bet account, haven't used it for a long time, go on to Sky Bet. You might find that there's some prices there you really like the look of, especially long shots. I'll go into Paul Williams's long shots in a very short space of time. On top of that, we've got a Golf Betting System exclusive with Betway. Betway are offering 10 place each or 10 places each way if you open up an account via Golf Betting System exclusive to GBS. So open up a Betway account, you can have 10 places each way at the 2016 Masters. It's a £10 each way or €10 each way maximum bets. That's a really good offer. 10 places each way, and the winnings are paid in cash, and in this day and age that is a very rare thing. So 10 places each way for new account holders only at Betway. £10 or €10 maximum each way bet, and the free and if you make, obviously your player comes in, all of your winnings are in cash. That's a no-brainer offer, only available at Golf Betting System. On top of that, Betfair Sportsbook are also doing some interesting deals. If you fancy Rory McIlroy, if you fancy Jason Day, if you fancy Jordan Spieth, even though I've slagged him off at the top of the show, 25 to 1 is available via Betfair now. You can just click through my golf betting preview. 25 to 1 on Day, 25 to 1 on McIlroy, 25 to 1 on Spieth. That's a fantastic offer. And if you want to cover off one of the favourites you think could go well, you just haven't got, you don't think the price is juicy enough, that's a no-brainer as well. So, great offer with Betfair Sportsbook. Fantastic offer with Sky Bet, 8 places each way. And don't forget, they are offering 6 each way, week in, week out on the PGA Tour. And Golf Betting System exclusive with Betway, 10 places each way. It's genuine, new account holders only. £10 or €10 maximum for each way free bet, maximum bet. Fantastic offer with Betway. So there you go, there are the promotions. I've promised you Paul's tips. What I'm going to do first, I'll take you through my published predictor model for the 2016 Masters. Here is the top 10. These are the stats, and just to go through them, it won't surprise you. Greens in regulation is almost maximised on this. Par 5 scoring is massive. So is par 4 scoring though. Not many people talk about that. You've got to be strong on your par 4s around here. There's some real juicy ones. Scrambling, absolutely essential. As part of my preview, I go through the last 6 years of driving accuracy, greens in regulation, of the winners. putting average, scrambling. What's the most important factor here? Greens in regulation, of course, is very, very important. Putting, always is, isn't it? But scrambling, very, very important. Equally as important as greens in regulation. So if you can get a bomber, if you can get a player that hits lots of greens in regulation and can scramble as well, doesn't necessarily need to be a long play, especially the weather forecast this week. We've got some very strong westerly turning to northwesterly winds. When I say very strong, 20, 25 mile an hour gusting. Now, at golf courses around the world, that's pretty strong. But Augusta, with all of its hollows, the way the course is laid out, the wind can come from any direction. It's going to be a real test. The scoring will be absolutely nowhere close to minus 18 this year. It's not going to happen. Top 10 of the predictor model. 10. Jason Day 7-1. Yes, he's only at number 10 on our predictor model. Jason Day 7-1 with Bet365. This is what the stats are telling me. 9. Hideki Matsuyama 40-1 with Bet365. 8 is Charles Schwartzel 40-1 with Ladbrokes. 7 is Justin Rose 25-1 with Sky Bet. 8 places each way. 6 Sergio Garcia 66-1 with William Hill. Limp last week. Bound to go well this week, but you just know Sergio won't win. 5, Phil Mickelson, 20-1 with Betway, obvious chances. 4 is Bubba Watson, 12-1 with William Hill, obvious chances. 3, Ricky Fowler, 16-1 available generally now. 2, Rory McIlroy, 8-1 with Betway. And number 1, Adam Scott, 12-1 with Sky Bet. I think you can get 13-1 Coral win only, or enhanced win only. Sorry, with Stan James, 13-1. So top 3, Adam Scott, Rory McIlroy, Ricky Fowler. If you're looking for players below those 10, I mean Jason Day at 10, 11 Dustin Johnson, 12 Stenson, 13 Mark Leishman, Benny Ann is at 14, Paul Casey 15. Benny Ann's been out there tweeting that he hasn't hit a ball for weeks. Bubba Watson, there's a story going around as well that he's got some kind of sinus issues, and we know that he does struggle with pollen and that kind of stuff. If that's true, who knows? Tweaked his back a couple of weeks ago, also around the World Match Play. We've heard all this kind of stuff before, and all of a sudden he'll shoot 7 under in the first round. But those are some of the rumours that are flying around on Twitter sphere and also being reported in the States right now. I'm recording this 2:30 Tuesday over in the UK. So that's the predictor model. I promised you Paul's long shots. Famously, he always does the long shots across the US Open, the PGA Championship, and at Augusta, because there's obviously no European Tour action this week. Very, very good strike rate. Loves to look at the alternative markets, and I'm going to work this through in reverse order. He's gone a hole in one at the 16th. He thinks 7-4 with Sky Bet is a fantastic bet. There will be a hole in one at the 16th, is Paul's opinion, and year in, year out, that isn't a bad place to go. First round leaders. Now, a lot of this depends on the draw. The draw isn't out yet, but it's out there. It's with you. You cannot argue right now with Rafael Cabrera Bello and the way that he's playing golf. He's just earned himself special temporary membership of the PGA Tour with that fantastic closing round at the Houston Open last week. Great greens in regulation, man. He's also a fantastic win player. We know that has done well in Qatar in the past and on courses you wouldn't expect him to. Irish Open, I think, potentially. Cabrera Bello, half a point each way, 80-1, could be one to really watch first round leader. Last year, this guy went well. He started very strongly. He was up there in the slipstream. Saying that no one was in the slipstream of speed, but he was up there in the actual the run to the finish line, all the way up to the final round where he started to just peter off. Charlie Hoffman, he's been starting like a train recently across a number of different tournaments, including Houston last week. Half a point each way, 125-1 with Ladbrokes. Okay, if you're looking at the overall markets, of course, Sky Bet. Bet 10, get 40 if you open up an account by a golf betting system. You know that. They've got 8 places each way. And also Paddy Power offering 7 places each way, but only a fifth of the odds. Now that works, half a point each way, 200-1 with Paddy Power on Chris Kirk. You think of Chris Kirk, President's Cup player last year, had injury problems. You just know that there's something very good about the guy. Looking into the future, you can see Kirk being one of these top liners, elite player that gets into President's Cup and Ryder Cups. The other thing about him is a natural draw with a golf ball. We always know that around Augusta, a right to left ball shape is fantastic. Kirk, On his debut, he topped the par 5 scoring here in 2014. Winner at Colonial, winner at TPC Boston. Those golf courses connect quite nicely with the major or with the Masters. So Chris Kirk, half point each way, 201, played well at the World Match Play, and you can just tell at his stats he's starting to find greens in regulation, getting used to his clubs that he's swapped over the winter period. So Chris Kirk, half point each way, 201 with Paddy Power, 7 places each way. Another player, very steady, has a decent record here. Ryan Moore, half a point each way, 100-1 with Sky Bet. And this is the point. If the golf course is playing difficult because of wind, westerly wind, northwesterly wind, it's playing into the faces on a lot of the opening 5 holes, especially on 13 and 15 coming in, all of a sudden, potentially only the very longest of hitters are going to be getting there in 2, where up until this point, a lot of players can reach 13 in 2, especially if they can draw the golf ball, get very, very close. That might not be an issue. You can see the scoring being a lot higher. Ryan Moore, a fantastic third shot player, great with a wedge in his hand, very accurate, loves bent grass greens, loves putting on them. So Ryan Moore, half a point each, 100-1. There are far worse bets than that. And another player that does flatter to deceive in majors, but you just know he's got the right game, the right shot shape. Might not be aggressive enough to get the job done, but he's playing some awesome golf right now. Another President's Cup player from last year, Bill Haas, half a point each way, 100-1. So that's 100-1. Haas and Ryan Moore, both 8 places each way with Sky Bets. Chris Kirk, another President's Cupper, 200-1 with Paddy Power. Silly prices. They really are stupid prices. But that's what's available out there for players of real quality. My tips for the week: 4,400 word betting preview. It's going to be an interesting Masters this year. There was a lot of rain on Friday. Already Zach Johnson in his interview Monday was talking about the greens were faster than he anticipated. Jordan Spieth mentioned a few weeks ago before the tournament that there was no way that the organising committee at the Masters were ever going to stand for 18 under winning the golf tournament again. So it seems that they've had the sub-air filters on absolutely maximum. The greens, even though with that downpour on Friday is supposedly running fast, there is a real possibility that from midnight Thursday through to 7-8 o'clock at the start of play there could be rain. So it could be soft on Thursday. But the real feature here is these westerly winds. They're not massively strong, but any kind of strong breeze around here makes this golf course play tough. Westerly is a tough direction. As I've said before, affects the par 5s on the way home. So I'm going for the following. I'm going 2 points enhanced win only, 13-1 with Stan James with Adam Scott. Scott playing brilliant golf, twice a winner this so far this season, both at Doral in the World Golf Championship and the week before that at PGA National, the Honda Classic. Yeah, he can play in wind. He's obviously won here in 2013. You look at all the courses where he's won in the past, they all link perfectly into Augusta. He's found the putter importantly. He's aggressive. He can vary his ball flight though. He's a decent enough wind player. He's not the best wind player, but he can get that out there. If you're going to be needing a 70, a 69 after round 1, 68 could potentially lead. Scott's the kind of guy that will go out there and shoot 71, 70, 3 under after 36 holes. He's right in the mix. So for Adam Scott, 2 points enhanced win only, 13-1 with Stan James. I'm then going 2.25 points each way, 18-1 with Bet365. That all went as of about 12:30 this afternoon at lunchtime. 16-1 general now, Ricky Fowler. You just know with Ricky. He's playing. It's interesting with Ricky, the way that he's gone from a guy that was a short game expert, that was very sparky with his greens in regulation, his ball striking. It's now gone the other way. Butch Harmon has modelled him into a consistent player, a player that can win on major championship golf courses. He's in a fantastic vein of form right now. So Ricky Fowler, 2.25 points each way, 18-1 with Bet365. I'm then going to 1.25 points each way, 40-1 with Coral, 6 places each way with Coral, Hideki Matsuyama. Then I'm going a point each way, 66-1 with Sky Bet, 8 places each way on the Australian Mark Leishman. Leishman comes quite frequently now to major championships and really makes a go of it. He was 4th here in 2013. Hideki Matsuyama, 5th here last year. Both of them are shot under 67 around here. You just know that their games fit this kind of classical golf course. So Leishman, Matsuyama, Ricky Fowler, and I'm also covering off 2 points enhanced win only, 13-1 Stan James, Adam Scott. Enjoy the 2016 Masters. It should be a